Alrighty guys, wrapping up 2024 Axpona. I am going to have a dedicated video from last night. Pete the Greek, actually I'll put it at the end of this video. Him doing Turkish coffee fortune telling. I'll put it at the end of this video. We do want to hear what your favorites are from the show, but that is epic. So be sure to stay tuned at the end of this video.
Did I miss that last night?
Unfortunately, Steve couldn't join us for dinner, but yes, this is epic. Anyway, quick wrap up, Pete. You were only here Saturday morning to today. Any update from yesterday's highlights that you shared?
First of all, the show was massive. Over 210 vendors, I believe. So really big show. Did I get to all the rooms? No, but I did get to a lot of them. The best of the show for me was Joseph Audio, spectacular, and the Cora room was very, very good. Last night we spent a little time with Val in the after hours presentation, and we had some reel-to-reel tapes, mixtapes that were like unreal. They were very, 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 very good. Songs that I'm very familiar with that they were playing, and it felt like I was listening to them for the first time. But an interesting story that I had is I bumped into a YouTuber who I have never met before. I've been watching him for years, and I saw him here at Axpona, and I went up to him and said, "Hey, I'm a big fan of yours." Shook his hands, and I asked him, "Have you heard anything good?" So he goes, "Honestly, no. I really haven't heard anything spectacular with this show. It's just average." So I said, "Did you go into Joseph Audio?" And he goes, "Joseph Audio?" I go, "Yeah, it's this room right over here." So he went inside, was blown away. And then I told him the other room you have to go to is the Bach room, theoretical live physics. And he's like, "What is that?" And I tried to explain to him what it was, but unless you experience it, it's very, very difficult to explain what the Bach is. So well, I wasn't too sure he was sold on it, so I said, "Listen, I will give you $1,000 cash if you're not blown away by this presentation." And I pulled money out of my pocket and I said, "I'm not kidding you, I'll give you $1,000 in cash if you're not blown away by this tech." So he wound up going up there, I found out, Sunday morning. I went up and I saw Edgar at the theoretical room. And I said, "Edgar, did this guy come up?" He goes, "Oh my God," he was blown away. And I said, "Thank God."
Lucky for you.
Because if he wasn't blown away, I was going to leave Chicago immediately.
If I was him, I would have just played mono material and then collected my 1,000 and then use that 1,000 to buy the Bach.
Exactly.
But that's a great story.
Yeah. He was blown away, and he said there was only only two rooms that he really liked, and I'm assuming the other one was Joseph Audio. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
Okay.
But he was very impressed with the Bach. And next time any of y'all are inside either Capital Audio Fest or Axpona, those are the two venues that Edgar's always in. You got to check out the room. It's really
as long as you get the sweet spot. Yeah.
It's the greatest invention since stereo. It truly is. And
I've got a lot of videos on that. And
anybody who sits down and is not blown away has to go to their local audiologist to have the hearings checked.
He was getting 14 dB plus crosstalk cancellation.
Wow,
so it's hard
great.
not to hear the difference unless you're listening to mono material, which has no stereo information. But let's pivot to Steve McCormack, who also, this is your first show in a while, probably since the home entertainment that
it's been a few years. I mean, I've gone, the home entertainment show's in my backyard, so I do go there to check out various things. Mostly I like to come to the shows to see people, visit old friends. I'm not exhibiting here, and I haven't done my own exhibits for some time because I'm out of that side of things. So it's fun to get to come, see people, see some new gear that's interesting. And of course, we started out this show by going to a private, by invitation, opening of a new store in the area in Skokie, Audio Artisans, with Ricardo Reyes, and had some fabulous food and wine, and got to hear some outstanding systems there with the Karma Exquisite, I think, being run
Stenheim.
With CH Precision, and then at the other end we had the Stenheim Alamine 5s being run with a full Nagra system. Sounded absolutely beautiful.
Yes. And that was a great
So
event too.
I guess I would have to say the Stenheims continue to impress. And there's a room here with VTL using the bigger Stenheims, much larger room. Again, just outstanding in every regard. Pete mentioned the Joseph Audio Room, absolutely outstanding. The past few shows that I've gone to, Jeff Joseph has done just an outstanding job. That's been one of the top rooms.
You got to give a shout out to Doshi, because the Doshi
Electronics.
The synergy was unreal.
Yeah,
unreal.
And he had a new Doshi phono preamplifier at this show.
Yeah, bespoke one,
But he's been using, Doshi makes a tape head preamplifier that Jeff's been using as part of his room exhibit. Maybe not at this show, but at past shows. Absolutely superb sound.
Yeah.
So that's
and the Mammoth Tusk cartridge.
Yeah, right. Can't forget that. The Acora room. Val always does a good job. He gets the shows early and puts a lot of time into doing setup. He had the big speakers there, very impressive. But he brought in a new product. Acora makes a smaller two-way speaker system. All of their stuff is in stone work. The casework's in stone. So he designed a new subwoofer that is a profile match for the two-way speaker. So the sub acts as a stand for the two-way, sits on top, and then the whole thing slopes down into the matching subwoofer. And that was, I guess, just done in time for the show, but it apparently will become a product. But that was quite impressive in its way. Surprising how well it pressurizes. It's a big room.
Huge, yeah.
The subs really did an incredible job of just pressurizing that space with bass. So that was quite good. Then the Bach demo, of course. Again, you'll hear, this group of people will always mention how important that is. If you haven't had a chance to hear the Bach, if you don't know what it is, you need to look into it. It's a fundamental improvement in stereo playback. If you have a high-quality 2-channel audio system with a pair of speakers, you're not hearing stereo the way it was actually intended to be. The Bach is really the first system that provides a comprehensive technical solution to the problem of crosstalk, where our ears hear both our ears hear the left speaker, both our ears hear the right speaker. This is a way of canceling out the crosstalk information that limits what is the stereo effect.
Right.
And that's a remarkable piece of equipment that everybody should know about. And then...
well, in that same vein, y'all both agreed on, while we're talking digital, I'm sure you're about to mention the one that y'all both were talking about when you said, yes, both of you guys were, and then of course I'm Mr. DSP, and Danville I've seen many times, but this was the best demo I've seen them give, because
it was a great
they
demo.
did the passive box, they took the passive parts out so that they could A/B.
This was a Magnapan, what, a 1.7?
1.7, which I've owned, and I had to correct it with DSP, but this was correcting it at the actual crossover level, and that was as dramatic of DSP, non-DSP, active.
They set up a demo where they could switch between the normal passive crossover being run direct from the amplifier, as you would typically hear it, versus being biamp, it was either bi or triamp.
I think it was triamp.
Through their DSP crossover system. And it's hard to imagine a more dramatic demo.
Yeah, no, it was... I wandered into that room. It was towards the end of the show. I was exhausted, guys. I was ready to collapse. So I went into this room. The first room that I saw, I didn't know what was in there. And I found an open seat in the sweet spot, and I sat down, and I'm like, I'm just going to park it here for the next 20 minutes just to relax. And this guy comes out, he starts talking, I'm like, whatever. And then all of a sudden, he does the demo, and I'm blown out of the water. I mean, with the Magnapans, with his electronics, with the amp, with the crossover, it was $10,000. And it sounded incredible. For 10 grand, some people spend that on interconnects.
Exactly.
This is the entire system.
The power of DSP, active crossovers,
active crossover.
where this industry is going. It's going that way for a reason.
Right, exactly.
You know, and this was a clear, not even, I mean, you would have to be totally deaf not to hear.
It was incredible.
That
it was really,
improvement.
I went into a room that I was expecting nothing. I didn't care what was going to be in there.
Yeah.
And I wound up being
Very
pleasant surprise.
Yeah, hats off to Danville Signal Processing, doing what me as Mr. DSP haven't been able to do that dramatic to show people.
Right, sure.
I thumbs up to them. Anything else, Steve?
Well, I finally got to hear the Bays audio.
Oh, yes,
speakers.
yes, right.
That's an interesting design. That, well, this isn't going to be able to show it well, but it's an unusual omnidirectional speaker design.
That's the one that looks like a paperclip, right?
Yeah. And I was intrigued by the design when I first read about it, but I've always been curious. I'd never gotten a chance to hear them. They were in one of the smaller rooms here. I wish the room situation done a little better. But finally got to hear them, and I was impressed, I will say. They were doing a lot of things really, really well. On the other hand, it's a very expensive speaker. We're talking, the one we were listening to is like $160,000.
Oh, really? Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
A work of art.
Work of art.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't feel, called to get out my credit card.
But that was the best I've heard, that speaker.
Yeah,
in the near field, it was really
very well. I will say that I was impressed, but I'd like to be blown away.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I got to hear them. That was fun.
That was impressive, really. Yeah.
The new MoFi.
Yes. 888.
Great value.
Great value. Yeah. Great value. I have the SourcePoint 10s and have had a lot of fun with them. Like them very much. This is a full range floor standing speaker with the same coaxial driver as the SourcePoint 8, and then 2 additional woofers.
Yep.
And I believe it's at a $5,000 price.
Yep.
So tremendous value.
Tremendous
high
value.
performance. Very, very fine speaker. And then we got to see Costas Metaxas. And his wild-looking equipment.
Probably a lot more to come on that. It wasn't a listening room environment, but it was very interesting to see what he's doing with electrostatic technology, how he's pushing the envelope, and he's got a lot of legacy and pedigree in the industry.
Right,
so it was very impressive what he's doing with that speaker, but just suffice to say, a lot more to come on that.
The headphone amp,
with the girl,
it was a robotic female.
Yes.
Made out of gold. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And the nipples were the volume control for the headphones.
Yes, you got to watch that video.
It was wicked looking. It was really special.
And he's also a Stax X9000 owner, like myself, and I think him and I hear similarly based on just almost identically based on our perception, and he even said I was echoing what he thinks. So just suffice to say, there's more to come on Metaxas. I'll share in my video, but anything else, Steve?
And there's so much to see here. It's a big show. I didn't get into every room.
Yes.
I feel like I'm leaving
great
out.
Great show.
Yeah, great show.
Really good show.
Again, for me, it's more about seeing people.
The best part of every show is
and some of the music, like we were in that Linkwitz with the analog tape. That was actually very impressive too.
Yes, absolutely.
That'll probably make my list as well. But well, thank you guys for the feedback. We probably ought to wrap up because they want us to pay the bill.
That's right.
I was hoping they would close. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Okay, longtime subscribers will know what's going on here. Turkish coffee reading by Pete the Greek. This is my coffee. Last year he was very accurate. This is serious business, guys. Please keep it quiet for Pete. This is like doing a reading on Bach. We need to be quiet, please. We do not want to.
That look doesn't bode well.
Every look by Pete doesn't bode well. What's even worse is a look by Dave.
Oh, come on. When it starts to be textured.
There are 2 things I see.
Okay.
I see one very long line coming from the bottom to the top.
Okay.
That's very good. Longevity.
Longevity or something else is
But
long.
then, right next to it, there is somebody, an imposing figure that is standing up, and there is, looks like a female figure on her knees giving you an offering.
So something long and straight, and then a girl on her knees.
Are you sure?
Pete,
Are you sure it's an offering?
I'm trying to do this for YouTube, and now I'm gonna have to put it on Pornhub.
It's a whole new realm over here.
All of a sudden, my fortune. Let me see what you're seeing. Let's get this documented here.
Here we go, right over here. See the long line from the top to the bottom? That's very good. Longevity.
Longevity.
And there you see an imposing figure that is standing up, and a female on her knees giving an offering.
I see it, Pete. I'm hoping to see it.
It is there, my friend.
Damn, Pete, you're so good. Guys, do you see that?
You do see it, right?
I do not. Well, it's probably my contacts. It's been a long day. Next one. Now we're going to do Pete the Greek's fortune.
I see a horse. And a sunset.
Give him a moment, please.
I don't want to buy it.
You might get two girls on the knees. You got to beat one.
All right.
Okay, what do we have?
Here we see. You see, Edgar? There's a horse galloping.
I see the horse.
The horse galloping. See, he sees it.
Wait, show me this. Show me this.
The horse galloping.
Yeah.
There's a major obstacle.
Oh, I do see that.
Right over there, the major obstacle, and it will overtake the obstacle and succeed. So rough times are coming.
But he will.
You see it, right?
Yeah.
Let's get it on video. This is Pete the Greek's.
You sure it's not a sheep?
No.
So he's going horseback riding.
There's the horse. And there's the
Okay, I
obstacle.
see the horse.
I see
Yeah.
the horse.
Yes.
Major obstacle, ready to jump over it.
Ready to jump over the horse, jumping over the obstacle. So Pete, you got it.
I saw that, right? Yeah, I saw that, yes.
All right, we got more fortunes to come. More fortunes. Wait, we have a revision. I actually see it now. Let me show people again.
On the knees.
You were actually right. I could not see it originally,
It's a much more PG on it.
but this really is a girl on her knees looking up. Yes, and she's offering something.
Yeah.
It's like an offering.
Right, guys, that is a girl right there on her knees offering me something, I guess.
Yeah.
Just there you go. Point it out.
You see her hair point straight up the air, too.
See, her hair is, she's got a nice bob, but she's tilted her head back and offering on her knees. Yes. Pete is amazing. All right, here's another. Whose fortune is this? Scott. Okay. Scott, can you get two girls?
I see happiness.
Anymore. I don't know what to do.
Here we go.
I see happiness. I see a nice smile. Right over here. Face with a smile. Where's the stick?
Stick here. Let's get it. Pointer.
Laser pointer.
Happiness. Smile. Smile in 2 hours.
Let me see it without point. I want to see if I see that.
I don't know. That looks a little bit more like a rabbit collar. Because you've got the smile here, but then you got the outer one.
Look at it.
But if that's a smile, he's got two noses. Well, Scott, actually you do. No, it's your glasses. That's what it is. All right, I kind of see that. All right, Mike. Let's see how Mike's fortune turns out. Pete is intent. Look at him. Oh, he did a pursed lip. It was a mini ooh.
You have all your things in order.
Yes. Oh, now a head nod. This is serious, Mike.
Doesn't look good.
No, I think it looks good. Wow. Oh, wow. What's
Nothing ever is good.
What?
got a new one a while.
Get the pointer out. He's
And there's a foal at the top of the mountain that is battling, and there's your guardian angel that is there guiding.
I see the
Wait a second. You got the most detailed fortune here. You got a guardian angel. I got a.
Somebody that has passed over to the other side is going to be helping you very soon.
Oh wow.
You see the mountain right there?
Oh, this is very. Yes, I see this.
Mountain.
This
You
is
have
clear as
a
day.
foal right over there that you're battling, and right behind, above, an apparition. Somebody has passed on to this side that will guide you to victory.
That is.
You got the best fortune, and that's actually clear as day. This is good. And guess what? We have a scientist here to confirm.
You see it right there?
So it's been confirmed. Edgar has confirmed it. AES paper coming out soon. One more fortune. The only female in the group is getting a fortune. It's because he's not a girl. He can't. He's got to translate. He's got to get. Look at him. Look at him.
Is that what women do?
He's
It's really moving.
Different angles.
every angle is being considered here. Has it ever been where there's no fortune?
No, there's always a fortune.
Oh.
Until.
Come on, Pete.
Edgar's gonna help him. This is, I've never seen him stump like this before.
It's John Melissa. Mine was like a new one a while.
You have stumped him. The fortune teller.
You're right.
see giraffe.
Now he sees a giraffe with Edgar's help.
Giraffe, but what is the meaning of this giraffe?
It's actually beautiful.
It's so important.
You know what? I see. I rarely get a reading like this. I see a lot of love and happiness in your future.
And a giraffe.
You're going to get a giraffe.
Have you ever considered dating a giraffe?
They're real cuddlers.
Okay,
You have to raise your roof.
this is awesome.
You see it? There's a giraffe right over there.
I can't see the giraffe. Come, show me this thing. Come on. Let me.
The giraffe
I
is
might.
right there. It's right there. There's the two legs.
Look at the giraffe.
But there's a
No, okay. I see the giraffe.
and there's a heart right there.
Oh, I do see the heart.
I see the heart. I see the giraffe.
So you love giraffes? That's what I would just say. You love
At
giraffes.
some point, I'm gonna love giraffes.
Okay, you might start.
I
Yes.
might fall in love on a safari.
Safari.
after that.
There we go. All right. Very good, Pete. Took you a little while, but using up all my hard drive space. For the giraffe. For the giraffe. All right, Edgar is up now with his fortune. This is going to last longer than my entire coverage of the show. I'm going to have to change the title of my Fortune Teller Junkie. Starring Pete the Greek.
Oh my God, you're going to get him a taxi.
No, that would be mine. I think that's going to be my fortune. Wow. Uh-oh, Edgar.
Wow.
Oh. The seriousness is unbelievable.
Shit, I'm serious. Edgar has the equivalent of this is an Oppenheimer moment.
What?
Bomb explosion. Like something really big. Nothing's gonna happen to him this year.
Okay.
You see it?
It's blowing up.
What happened?
Something's going on.
Where's the pointer?
Box,
We need the pointer.
Something's blowing up.
Massive explosion going up to the heavens, through the roof.
A nuclear explosion.
Is the limit, my friend.
That's one way to put. It's one way to put a good.
Then it's like but it's a nuclear explosion. Oh, it's awesome, man.
Going up to the heavens. Two hands up in the air.
No, I do not. I do not see.
See?
No, I see like a smoldering fire.
No, straight to the roof, all the way to the top of the cup.
Okay.
And strong. And
The
it's a
giraffe
strong
head
line.
went to the top of the cup too.
Nah, but that's a strong line. A lot of strength behind that.
That's what I say.
Maybe this is just a defective.
strength.
I think it's a defective giraffe.
I tell you, yeah.
It's like it's another. This.
Pretty good draft.
Let me see your giraffe.
A lot of strength coming up. Over there. That's a giraffe.
They're related. We need to combine these two and get one fortune. All right, enough of this silliness. Thank you, Pete.